There are many forms of poetry. Some poetry rhymes, some doesn't. When I personally write poetry, it's nearly always a rhyme because that's my preference when I read poetry to myself. Now, here I'd like to try some diversification. And I've been reading up on, and I'm going to delve into the Japanese poetic art of haiku, a short, unrhymed form. Now, haiku first emerged in Japanese literature around the 13th century as the opening phrase of much longer poems, and that was as a terse reaction to elaborate poetic traditions. It broke away in the 16th century and was mastered by Matsuo Basho in the 17th, with classics like An Old Pond. However, it didn't become known by the name of haiku until the 19th century. The beauty of haiku is it's very short, just 17 syllables arranged in 3 lines of 5, 7 and 5 syllables respectively. Here I will attempt some haiku with the same rules, but in English obviously, because my Japanese is limited to martial arts terms and the obligatory ordering a drink or thanking someone. So haiku. Masonic lodges, fraternity of good men, bettering themselves. Now as I say it, I could think, is that it? But the educated part of me prays that I look to the deeper meaning which the creator of the haiku is trying to convey. One way of describing haiku is a poetry with many meanings, or laden with meaning to explain the whole, usually the whole human. In a sense, if you think about it, and the meaning is open to individual interpretation, I've basically just explained in 17 syllables what Freemasonry is, at the most basic understandable level. It is indeed a fraternity of men split into lodges who are attempting to better themselves. Now I'd like to really shake it up, so to speak, by making our own version of this art. And to really represent Freemasonry, let's change the numbers around, but keep the same 3 lines of non-rhyming poetry, or rhyming if you want to desire to do it that way. And let us use just 15 syllables in a 3-5-7 split. Now I'm sure that all Masons should recognise the significance of those numbers, 3, 5 and 7. So I'll try it again. Masonic haiku. Freemasons. Faith, hope, charity. A fraternal brotherhood. Have a little think about it and see if you prefer the older, proper haiku of 17 syllables arranged in 3 lines of 5, 7 and 5, or the Masonic one that I've just made up off the top of my head, 3-5-7 split. Thanks for listening and have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, brethren, thank you ever so much for watching and listening to my poem. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to hear or see any more, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll also be able to find other social media outlets, that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. If you type in Masonry rhymes or Ants Masonic, Masonic poetry, hopefully they'll come up. Please do leave your comments, and if you've got any questions, I'll be only too happy to answer them. Thanks ever so much. Goodbye.